It's not the King Bee 2 yet, but it is the Bumblebee 2. Bumblebee 2. Bumblebee 2. Where have I heard that before? No, that's not it.
Bumblebee tuna?
There it is. This is a new feature that I want to start using when reviewing newer microphones, as it gives you an idea of where a microphone is being targeted with their marketing, as well as who might benefit from this microphone. And at the end of this video, we'll see how well it actually does in those groups. This is the upgrade on the unusual first version of the Neat Mic's Bumblebee. Now, you could say all of the first-gen Neat Mics stood out in a crowd, and you'd probably be right. And since it's been taken over by Turtle Beach, they are changing that, and this is the second one to be released. So according to the website, this microphone is aimed at streamers, gamers, podcasters, musicians, and conferencing. Now, you're probably saying that's a wide group of people that are being targeted, and I will offer a bit of caution here. Musicians may be a bit of a stretch, unless you're doing very basic demo work. So let's see what we got out of this. It's an all-metal body. The grill is great, super strong, no give. The buttons and knobs are pretty good, nice and clicky, though they do come through when you're recording, which is a bit of a bummer. Now, the base is all plastic with some foam shoved in it. I'm not a huge fan, though I'm guessing they expect people to use a boom arm with this. Otherwise, it's a $100 build. What can I say? Now, considering its price point and that it's a USB mic, there's a decent amount of specs online, so try to keep up. It's a 25mm cardioid condenser with an internal shock mount. It has a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20 kHz, a sample rate up to 96 kHz, and a bit depth of 24. The sensitivity is 16 millivolts per Pascal, max SPL of 128 dB, signal-to-noise ratio of 80 dB A-weighted, self-noise of neg 14 dB A-weighted, and a dynamic range of 114 dB. Let's take a look at the off-axis rejection of the Neat Mic's Bumblebee 2. Bumblebee 2. This is me speaking about 5 inches off the front of the microphone. Now I'm speaking about 5 inches off the side of the microphone. And now I'm speaking about 5 inches off the rear of the microphone. Now let's take a look at the Plosive Rejection, and it's pretty bad so far. I've popped a few P's already, and it completely shatters the sound quality. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Now let's take a look at the proximity effect test on the Bumblebee 2. This is me speaking about 5 inches off the front of the capsule. Now I'm about 1 inch off the front of the capsule. Just to give you an idea, I am not peaking on this.
Future Aiden here. As I'm editing this in the very spot that you're watching right now, there are some frequencies that are distorting on this microphone. It was distorting in my headphones in the really low and mid lows, but you hear a little bit of distortion throughout the frequency range, and it depends on where I am compared to the mic, and it also depends on what my voice is producing. The microphone did have a hard time reproducing a lot of that, which was kind of weird.
Whether you've been tasked with hosting your team's next Zoom meeting, presenting to potential new clients, or an entire board of directors, Podcastle.ai has everything you need to succeed. Not really tech savvy? No worries. Podcastle's easy-to-follow instructions allow you to record high-quality remote interviews from anywhere, and thanks to its intuitive audio editor, you can make changes on the fly. Podcastle's Magic Dust feature even enables you to isolate monologues and speeches within your podcasts or presentations to make them sound flawless. Sure, all of this sounds expensive, but it's really not. Everything you need to start your podcasting journey is online right now at Podcastle.ai for $0. And starting today, Podcastle is launching a music and sound library. That means over 7,000 songs and sound effects that you can add to your project. And for a limited time, you can sign up for half the cost. What better time to sign up and try out all that Podcastle has to offer you, including that massive audio library. Visit Podcastle.ai and make your voice heard today. This is a tough one. The specs make it look like it's a decent microphone for its price point. Although with the sound quality, I find there's some distortion in there. Especially with my voice, I've got a bit of a lower range. I do find that I overwhelm the capsule pretty quickly, which is a little disappointing. That said, I'm going to leave the sound quality up to you. It's got some distortion in the low mids. That said, most of this has been done on my headphones. We'll see how it comes out in post. You can make your own decisions. Now, furthermore, the bass is hot garbage. I don't like the bass. Not only does it keep at desk level, but it also pinches off on the USB. Somewhat able to avoid that issue on the boom, but the cable still needs a tough turn from the bottom. Not a big fan of that. What I will say, compared to the first version, I prefer the look of this one. I didn't get a chance to actually listen to the first one, so I'm going in a little bit blind there. Also, this price point in USB microphones is getting crowded, so a lot of it comes down to the style and the sound that you like. The user experience on this thing is a better one than I've seen, so there is that. And with that, let's circle back to the value proposition we spoke about in the beginning. I could see this thing being great for a beginner streamer, a gamer, or maybe even a podcaster. From a music perspective, lots of the specs on this mic say that it would work well. Though how it handles the frequencies is a completely different story. If you're planning on buying it for music, you will find yourself upgrading it quickly, as I can't say how much it's going to offer you. And remember, if you're shopping for a USB microphone in this price point, you just refuse to go XLR. Make sure you're getting the mic that suits your needs. Also, make sure to check out this other video that the algorithm thinks you're just going to love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.